Today I'd like to address a question which is very important, especially for parents who always ask, how old should my child be in order to be ready for piano lessons? So right off the bat, I'd like to direct your attention to the fact that age is only a number and we're all very different. So I'll talk about the different types of piano students at that age, and also a different degree of parental involvement, which is an important factor when you're thinking of giving your child instrumental lessons. So this will be not about general music classes that little children of 18 months can do, like a mommy and me class or a group piano class that you can take when you're 3. So many classes are offered by all wonderful places in order to just get the child exposed to music. What I'm going to talk about are actual instrumental one-on-one private lessons, which is what most of my friends and neighbors and people on the internet ask me about. So would you like your child to study just for fun, to enjoy going to lessons and maybe someday play something? Or are you the kind of parent that believes that either if you're paying for something, you really want to get your money's worth, or are you a musical family? Do you have a child that shows special aptitude, special interest, etc.? So that's a very important distinction to know when to start. So as far as starting early, that is more suitable for children whose parents are either musicians themselves, music teachers, if there's talent that runs in the family, if parents are themselves amateurs, and if their parents are willing to participate in the process and to supervise the practicing of the child regularly and to be in contact with the teacher, which is a serious time commitment. Not everybody can be Mozart, but he came from a musical family, so did Bach. Great pianists usually were very much guided and helicoptered over by their parents throughout centuries. So that's what needs to happen if your child is very gifted and they have a very qualified teacher. You really need to find a good one for somebody who wants to study seriously at a young age. And you need to participate, you need to be in touch with a teacher. If the teacher allows being at lessons, it helps to be there so that you can help the child practice, literally sit with the child, and then, and only then, a really young, a 4 or 5-year-old can actually make progress. That was the case with myself. I started when I was 4, and I had a grandmother who brought me to a music school twice a week, and she knew what I'm supposed to practice, and she insisted that I practice, and it wasn't actually easy, and I didn't love it, but that's what it takes for somebody this young to really consistently make progress. If, on the other hand, you don't see yourself involved with your child's practicing at home, you don't want to make them do yet another thing, you don't want to keep in touch yet with another teacher, then it's really best to wait until your child is maybe 7, 8, or 9, because at that age, they're perfectly capable of retaining the information they need, making some progress, whether they practice a lot or a little, but they can keep track and manage their own lessons. So it's really important to consider all of these aspects and to honestly ask yourself what's realistic, what's possible financially, and how much of an investment this will be, and then act accordingly. You will find some teachers who are willing to just sit with your child for a certain amount of money and everything will be very pleasant for everyone, hopefully. Or there will be teachers who will prefer to have some progress and to have more serious students, which is what I found myself gravitating toward once I could pick and choose. So I think that more experienced teachers generally would fall in that category, that they would not want to spend their time just kind of being an expensive babysitter, because that's not what they really are looking for in a student. And lastly, I'd like to make a very important point for those of you who are wondering, how can I expose my child to music when they are not yet old enough for instrumental lessons? So aside from classes that you might want to explore, there's one very important thing which is actually very easy to do, and that thing is, please play or stream classical music or jazz or world music, any kind of music that does not have words. Stream that music for your child at home, and you can start since day one. The important thing is that the classical music world is comprised mostly of people who enjoy it, not those who produce and play the music. So it's very simple to reap the benefits of that offer, the great cultural riches, the great artistic and intellectual benefits that listening to music will bring your child. And all you need to do is put it on in the background in your house. You don't need to talk about it. There's no need to try to teach anything, but just having it there will get your child, and maybe some other people or friends who are visiting, will get them accustomed to listening to music, and they will acquire this facility of understanding classical music, because music is a language which does not need words. Now, I also would like to add that if you're not sure whether your child is going to be receptive to music without words, trust me, they will. All children from day one are very happy to hear any kind of music, and contrary to the belief of a lot of people, they do not need words to go with it. So the earlier start them, the better. I hope this was helpful. Please write to me at eleanorbindman.com if you have any further questions, and good luck with your parental musical endeavors. Take care, everyone.